Hello everyone. Today's topic is fundamental duties. In ancient times, it was felt that if everyone performs his duties, then the rights would automatically be safeguarded. When everyone performs his duties in very well manner, then the rights automatically safeguarded. It was felt in the ancient time. But in our original constitution, there was no provision of fundamental duties in the constitution. The constitution 42nd amendment act 1976 added part 4a and a new article 51a to the constitution. It gives a list of 11 fundamental duties of a citizen in a country. In the Constitution 42nd Amendment in 1976, in the Constitution there is a 42nd Amendment in 1976 added a new article which 51A which gives 11 fundamental duties as a citizen of India. Now we are going towards to know about the 11 fundamental duties of ours. First duty is to abide by the constitution and respect its ideals and institutions. The national flag and the national anthem. These are ideals and institutions. Then we have to respect our constitution and national flag also, national anthem is also. This is the first fundamental duty of us. Second, to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. Third, to uphold and prove the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. It means we have to support, we have to uphold the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. Sovereignty of India, integrity of India, unity of India. And the fourth duty is to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. And fifth, to promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. Sixth duty, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Seventh, to protect and improve the natural environment. To protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Eighth duty is to develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Ninth duty is to safeguard public property and to abjure violence. 10th is to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endure of achievement. And the 11th and last duty is every citizen to offer opportunities for education to his child the age of 6 to 14 years. These are the fundamental duties which will be comes in 1976, 42nd Amendment and 51A article introduced in our constitution. We have to focus and remember all the 11 fundamental duties which will be drawn out from which country you have to write in the comment box. Next topic is Directive Principles of State Policy. Directive Principles of State Policy. The Directive Principles of State Policy mentioned in part 4 of the constitution contain 15 articles from 36 to 51. 36 to 51, there is a 15 articles which comes under directive principles of state policy. They are one of the many novel elements of the constitution which have been adopted from the Irish constitution. It means from Ireland, Irish constitution, and we can also say Ireland is has a Irish constitution we have adopted. They are in the nature of certain ideals the state should strive for. They give certain directions to executive and the legislature. They give certain unforceable rights which the state shall aim at securing by its various policies. These features have undergone evolution and represent context and experience of India. They are a combination of socialist ideals, Gandhian perception, Western liberalism, and the ideals of India's freedom struggle. These are ideas included in the principles. These are the combinations of socialist ideas, socialist ideals, Gandhian's perceptions, Western liberalism, and ideals of Indians' freedom struggles. And these are provisions. The various articles on directive principles are as follows. We studied further from article 36 to 51. Now we have to focus important article which is article 38. Article 38. Article 38 instructs the state to promote the welfare of people by securing and protecting a social order in which justice, socio-economic and political shall inform all the institutions of national life. Please attention to my words. You have to listen my words 2 times for understanding the concepts, for remembering the concepts. Okay? Then what I am saying, article 38 instruct the state to promote the welfare of the people by securing and protecting a social order in which justice shall inform all the institutions of national life, such as socio-economic and political. All round justices are inform all the institutions of national life. Next is article 39A. Article 39A. It says, it talks about state's role in providing adequate means of livelihood to all its citizens. 39A provides a definition, provides a direction to the state. What is the direction? Direction is that providing adequate means of livelihood to the individual, to all its citizens. Next article 39B. Article 39B provides for states direction for equitable distribution of resources. It means in the country all the citizens should acquire equal opportunities, equal facilities in all over the country, all over the state. This is a responsibility of the state, and this is comes under directive principles of state policy. And this is a article 39B which says that the state direction to equitable distribution of the resources should be equitable distribution of the resources. Resources should be distributed equally. Next, article 39C. Article 39C. Okay. Article 39C provides for prevention of concentration of wealth in fewer hands. It means the state should prevent the wealth from the richest person. It means the concentration of wealth should be equilibrium and not in fewer hands. All the facilities, all the opportunities, same thing are come under this article, and this gives not in fewer hands. The whole people, whole society will entertain this. This article 39C says. In article 39D, this provides for equal pay for equal work, both men and women. It doesn't mean the woman works with lower wages and men's work with higher wages, and vice versa. Should be equal pay for equal work. For both the same work, women and men entertain same amount. Next, article 39E provides for equal justice and free legal aid. It means the justice should be equal, whether a rich or poor doesn't matter. Justice should be equal. Free legal aid, it means everyone have a right to take justice from the country India, from the Constitution of India, by Constitution of India. Okay. Next, article 40. Article 40 says that the state shall organize village panchayats as unit of self-government. Okay. The village panchayats and unit of self-government. Okay, both the panchayats of the village organize in a self-government is itself as government. In Article 41 provides for right to work, public assistance in case of unemployment, old age, sickness and disablement, keeping in view the limitations of economic resources. This article provides right to work. And right to work, it means not that the unemployment, old age, sickness or disablement. These are keeping in view. These are the limitations of the economic resources. Next, we are going towards Article 43. Article 43 provides for living wages for workers and a decent standard of life, leisure and social and cultural opportunities for people. This article provides living wages for workers for their decent standard of life. Okay, next, 43rd A. 43rd A provides for participation of workers in the management of industry and the other undertakings. It has been added by 42nd Amendment. This article says the participation of workers is valid and allowable in the management of the industry. The point of workers should be considered, and the worker is also participate in the management of the industry. And this will not comes in the original constitution, but it will it is in the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution. Next, Article 44. This article provides for a uniform civil code applicable to the entire country. It means in the entire country the uniform civil code is applicable. In Article 45 provides free and compulsory education to children till 14 years of age. It has now been made a fundamental right under Article 21A. When we are studying in the past lecture the fundamental rights, there is a six rights: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies, and each right were discussed well discussed. And there is also a one right which is a right to primary education, which has included in the part 3 under Article 21A. And the 42nd amendment, the abolition of the right is right to property. It means you have to understand, if you want to go towards the B.Ed course and the educational course, and if you are interested in that, then we have to focus the Article 45, which provides a free and compulsory education to children till 14 years of age. It has now been made a fundamental right under Article 21A. Next, Article 46. Article 46 provides for protection of educational and economic interests of weaker sections of the society, and in particular of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. It means this article interest in the weaker section, and this article provides the protection of educational and economic interest towards weaker section of the society. And in particular, this article particularly focused on scheduled castes, SCs and STs, scheduled tribes. Next, article number 47. Article 47 provides for prohibition of consumption of intoxicating liquor and to raise the level of nutrition, and 5 improvement of public health. It means this article prohibits intoxicated liquid should not be taken out by an individual, by a citizen of India. This provides prohibition of consumption of intoxicating liquor and to raise the level of nutrition, and 5 improvement of public health. Next, article number 48 provides for preserving and improving the breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows and calves and other milks and draught cattle. This article for the animals. Article 48 in the Constitution for preserving breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows, calves and other milk and draught cattle. And in this article there is a 48A. Okay, and this article says added by 42nd amendment. This article comes in the 42nd amendment, provides for protection and improvement of the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. Okay, this 42nd amendment, there is so many things in this. The 42nd amendment, a 48A article comes in the Constitution. And this says not for the animals, there should be included the environment, forest, wildlife. Okay, this provides protection and improvement of the environment and safeguard of the forest and wildlife of the country. Next, article number 49. Article number 49 provides for protection of monuments of historical and national importance. We are discussing the protection of animals, protection of wildlife, forest, okay, and safeguard and improvement the environment. These are things. And we can say Article 48 provides and preserve the breeds of prohibiting the slaughter of cows, and 48A is a 42nd amendment provides for protection and improvement of the environment and safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. And 49 says same thing but in different manner. Same thing for other things also, especially for monuments. Protection of monuments of historical and national importance such as Lal Killa, Jama Masjid, Qutub Minar. Okay, these are monuments should be safeguarded. Protection of monuments of historical and national importance, for the national importance. Next, article number 50. Article number 50 provides for separation of judiciary from executive. This article says something different. Separation of judiciary from executive. This article says there should be the separation from judiciary to executive. It means judiciary is as another thing and executive should be in another way, another thing. Okay, next, article number 51. We are discussing directive principles of state policy. There is a number of articles, and these articles gives the certain direction to the executive and legislature. These articles gives the certain directions how to manage the things. These articles says to legislature. Okay, and next, last article, which is 51, provides for promotion of international peace and security. Promotion of international peace and security. Okay, we discussed directive principles of state policy. These list of articles by one by one from article number 38 to 51, and the directive principle of state policies, there is a 15 articles from 36 to 51. Okay, and directive principle of state policy mentioned in part 4 of the constitution, where contain 15 articles from 36 to 51. They are one of the many novel elements of the constitution which have been adopted from the Irish constitution. Okay, these principles is adopted from Irish constitution. They are in the nature of certain ideas. You can observe these are the ideas, these are the principles states should strive for. They give certain directions. These are the directions to the executive and legislature. They give certain unenforceable rights, which is very good in nature, which the state shall aim at securing by its various policies. It means state should focus on these directive principles. These features have undergone evolution, and these features are going in the evolution, and there is so many things are left here to be in and represent context and experience of India. That's why we have included the amendment policy. And the 42nd amendment is a 48A article. 48A article is amendment added by the 42nd amendment. What is this? Protection and improvement of the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of this country. This is a 48A. And finally, they are the combination of socialist ideals Gandhian perception, Western liberalism, and ideals of India's freedom struggle. As you can feel it, as you are a freedom struggle, you should focus on that points. You are think about your India is like that, where everything will be followed in this manner, such as directive principles of state policy. Now these 15 articles we discussed very well. You have to watch video 2 times at least for clear the concepts of the directive principle of state policy and many more things such as fundamental rights, what is constitution, and where the uh, adaptations is acquired, and fundamental what are the fundamental duties and the sources of constitutional provisions. Next we are going to discuss about the parliament and union of government. There is a completion of the constitution, and it is an important part of the constitution. Now we are going towards the parliament and union government. Now next, firstly, before starting, you have to answer me the parliament and parliamentary system of government, parliamentary form of government is taken from which country? Okay, now start. The Constitution of India adopts a parliamentary form of government like the British Westminster model. As a British Westminster model is similar, is a parliamentary form of the India Constitution of India. However, it is not sovereign in the British sense. Okay, it is not completely the copied form, but there is a majority to adopt this system of government. Okay, it was expected to suit the requirements of federal policy and acts as an instrument of governance, change, and social transformation. It is specifically outlined in Part 5 of the Constitution from Article 79 to 123. It means we see the Constitution of the British, but we are not copied it. We changes some in the system and the as the requirement of us and adopt it. And these required statements and the explanations is comes under Article 79 to 123. These are the articles where we can know about the parliamentary form of government of the Constitution of India. Now the Indian Parliament or the Union Legislature, we can say Indian Parliament or we can also say Union Legislature in India, consists of president and the two houses. There is a president and a two houses. The one is Lok Sabha and other is Rajya Sabha. Unlike the presidential system that is premised on the principle of separation of powers, there is a principle of separation of powers. The parliamentary system envisages a scheme of interrelationship between executive and legislative branch of government. The article is there in the previous section. The what is this? Is a separation of Article 50 provides for the separation of judiciary from executive. It means there is separation from the judiciary to the executive. But in this case, there is a separation of powers. It means a distribution of powers. The parliamentary system envisages a scheme of interrelationship between executive and legislative. There is a relationship between the executive and legislative. And there is a sharing of power. It is a branch of government. And we can write the composition of the parliament of the Indian parliament, or we can say the composition of union legislature in India consists of three things. One is the president, second is the Lok Sabha or the lower house, or we can say the house of people, and third the Rajya Sabha or the upper house or the council of state. These are the names of the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha or upper house or council of state. These are the names of Rajya Sabha. And the Lok Sabha, lower house or house of people, is the name of Lok Sabha. And the president is the third one. And both the three things combine to form a parliament, Indian parliament or union legislature of India. Firstly, you have to remember these three things. What? The president, the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha. Okay, now we are going towards the functions. Functions of parliament. The functions of parliament is to, such as we can take a first function to enact laws for the administration of the country. Second, to reflect federal sentiment of the Indian polity. Third, to exercise control over the government and the ensure limited government. And the fourth function is to provide forum for deliberation on issues concerning affairs of the polity. And the fifth function is to integrate the polity by providing membership to the representatives, etc. Many more functions are there in the parliament. Okay, in the next video we will discuss about the Lok Sabha, what is Lok Sabha and the functions, Speaker of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, the President, and powers and functions of the President. These are important things and we will discuss in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching. Thank you very much.